Hey, this is the Well Advice Channel too. What I want to talk about today is how we can improve the black community. As we all know, in the Americas, whether it could be Canada, America, and the rest of Latin America for that matter, we black people are the poorest community of people out there. And as a result, for this video, I'm going to discuss what we can do to elevate ourselves so we can do as well as other communities of people. So now I mentioned that, let's get started. So when it comes to how we can do that, there's two things I'm going to discuss, points I'm going to discuss for this video. Now, for the first point, when it comes to how we can improve the black community so we can economically do better, is it simply comes down to first and foremost running our businesses better. Because the truth of the matter is, when it comes to black people, as I'm certain you are all aware, we have a way of running really, really, really bad businesses for that matter, okay? That is the truth of the matter is when it comes to the black community. All black businesses tend to be run absolutely freaking horribly for that matter, okay? That is the truth of the matter. Our businesses are run terribly. So the truth of the matter is if we can start doing better when it comes to running black businesses, then we will do a lot better. Because the thing is, when it comes to black businesses, we black people can do just as well as other communities of people. And in some ways, maybe even better than other communities of people, whether it could be Indians, Chinese, and all that type of stuff. Because the truth of the matter is that there's a much more intense demand for our stuff among our own people because everywhere we go, we face discrimination. So the truth of the matter is, absolutely 100% we could do well for business. It's the reason why we don't do well is because of these backward ass belief systems a lot of black people have when they do businesses. One of the first ones is showing up late to things all the time, okay? That is the truth of the matter. I see this happen all the time in the black community, okay? At least hear of it, I should say. But either way, you get the point, okay? Black people show up late to everything. And if you're running a business or you're going to an important business meeting, if you're going to be showing up late, then the people are not going to take you seriously and they're going to want to work with someone else. Alongside the fact of learning to charge things at more reasonable prices, which a lot of black business owners do not do. Two, of course, no surprise, as well, being more organized. Like, for example, sometimes you go to black stores, you ask for a certain thing and they don't have it, or you ask them to cook something and they're not doing a good job and are rushing and panicking. So if they could simply put effort into doing all these things, then we would definitely be doing better as a community. Because the truth of the matter is, when it comes to making money and profits, businesses are extremely important for any community of people, okay? Because not only can you, of course, have a place that you can work with people who look like you without having to worry about being discriminated against, of course, no surprise whatsoever for that matter. You can also, of course, as well, alongside that fact, also keeping this in mind, also be able to, of course, have people become really rich, the people who own the businesses, as well as the people who work for the businesses make quite a bit of money, which of course over time it can add up and help build up the community. That's why the Indians, Chinese, and other communities are so powerful because they have a lot of businesses. And business is a good way to make money, specifically if you're actually doing the right things you're supposed to do for it. So that's the truth of the matter for that matter, okay? Business is the first thing we need to do. Now, the second thing we need to do is also have better job diversification. Because the truth about black businesses, or not even black businesses, but black people, is that when black people aspire for more in life, there's either two main things they focus on: music and sports, okay? But the truth of the matter is, music and sports are two, ironically, of the hardest skills to get out there, okay? And most people, for those two particular skills, fail. Whether it could be a work injury or, for, in the case of music, they don't get enough attention. So the truth of the matter is, when it comes to that particular issue, you want to put as much effort as possible. I should say our community should put as much effort as possible in doing different types of jobs. Maybe you could be a scientist, okay? Maybe you could be a rocket engineer. Maybe you could be someone who works with medicine. Maybe you could be someone who works, in construction, So try to diversify your job because it's one of the biggest reasons why there's so much unemployment in Black community because everyone wants to pretty much who aspires for more in life wants to do either one of those two things. But obviously, if you just have two main things you just aspire to do, then obviously you're going to have a lot more people who are going to do those skills and feel left out because they're not doing very well for it. Okay? So the truth of the matter is, when it comes to that particular situation and that particular issue for that matter, okay? The truth of the matter is, when it comes to resolving that particular situation, what I have to simply say, the simple answer to that question is that if we obviously have greater job diversification, which means people do a greater stream of jobs in our community, then we're going to obviously have more people who are going to see more success because there's a lower number of people, you know, because obviously the more you take up jobs that a lot of other people are not taking up, instead of putting the pressure in two main jobs, there's a greater obvious distribution of jobs out there for that matter. Instead of just being two main jobs people focus on, then it's more likely people will see success. And as a result, we'll start making money and all that type of stuff, and our community will do better. Because in the Black community, everyone just pretty much wants to do two main freaking things. And of course, a third thing, which of course, let's be honest, we all know, which is not the legal method, is drug dealing. But when it comes to legal methods, it's just music and sports, and that's really it. So if we obviously diversify and do other skills and all that type of stuff for that matter, you will also realize quickly we're going to be doing a lot better for that matter. So the truth of the matter is we need to diversify, okay? It's just like down a common sense, okay? Let's just say you have, you know, like let's just say 10 million people for a group of people. I'm just going to give an example to prove that job diversification is important, okay? And for those 10 million people, okay, yes, this will be simplistic, but you'll get the point, okay? For those 10 million people, they want to do two main jobs. How do you know two main jobs, okay? What do you think is going to happen to that community? They're not going to do very well if there's a community of 10 million people and they only want to do two main jobs. But now, what if they would want to do 30 different types of jobs, 50 types of jobs, 100 types of jobs for those 10 million people? Then obviously there's going to be a greater chance that all the people who do those different jobs will not only find a job, but will make a bigger money because there's not as much competition for a particular job versus if there's just two main jobs out there. So that's the truth of the matter. And that is how we can improve the Black community. So, in short, when it comes to how we can improve the Black community and how we can do better, there's more to it. But ultimately, it comes on these two main things, okay? Yes, yes, yes. I do also know we also have to be aware that white people do try to sabotage shit. But in the end of the day, aside from that, mostly it is actually something that comes down to us and doing the right thing. So the truth of the matter is, if we do those two main things, I can guarantee our community is going to be doing a lot better. And this is what I have to say. And simply put it, this is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. As well as just remember, if you like this video and videos like this, remember to thumb this video up and hit the subscribe button. And this is all I have to say. And simply put, I'm out. Bye.